I'm sitting on this wig thing. It's like a kneeling seat.
It looks like something you get a massage on.
You put your knees on this, and then you put your ass in
Oh.
that. Yeah,
Oh. Oh, okay. That's smart.
like you get
It's
an
like a new way.
anally castrated or something. Someone set you up.
Well, thanks for taking your time to do this.
Oh,
Super
you're
grateful.
welcome. I'm
Yeah,
totally
okay, cool.
fucked. Yeah.
Why you fucked
I
from
was,
last
um,
night?
oh yeah, Dad. No, yesterday, Dad and I lifted like tons of stone. I've been
Oh,
going down to the quarry, and I've been like these tiny little arms, and they
yeah.
lifting shit. I was covered in shit. I was
Yeah.
covered in like mud, and anyway.
Holy shit.
So
Yeah,
after
yesterday
thinking,
was July 4th over here. Big celebration, Independence Day.
yeah,
Yeah, but it was like raining. It was like a gloomy 4th. All the fireworks got canceled. It was like interesting 4th. Everyone was kind of down.
they were
Everyone's talking
down.
about the politics. Yeah, it's like our country is, I don't know, very divided right now. So, and it's raining, and everybody was like taking that as a sign. I don't know. I always, you know, make light out of dark.
Hey,
I don't
you're a
really
lone
mind it.
soul. You're a
Yeah,
lone soul.
yeah.
Because everyone's
It doesn't,
like,
just bounces off. It just, I don't care. Okay, cool.
yeah,
Okay, okay. So I
you're in
guess,
charge.
I guess we can just get right into it. Okay. Um, what made you start traveling?
Do you want the honest truth? Like
Yeah. Is it woman?
the travel? Uh, you know what? No, it never starts with the woman. It
Right.
starts with it. Yeah,
Right.
like you started through
Sure,
this.
sure, sure.
But the traveling thing is just like the stumbling the stumbling blocks are like I'm just thing that sent me out a year ago
Yeah,
was a wanting to be wanting to discard the reality that I was sort of falling myself into or falling
right,
into. So it took a while to get to the good bit though. You know, the good bit slowly crept up and then it sort of came to fruition. But
right,
it started like literally everything up until a point is sort of like up to this one point of this period in Spain that was like that's where the memories, the poignant moments, that's it. From this one point. Everything else before that is like vanished from my memory. It's like it's just so it's obsolete. It didn't mean nothing.
right,
But it's like there's a point where it sort of just transitions into into meaningful into meaning sort of
right.
things. Yeah, I was on the actually I had a beer last night and I caught up my I called this freaking Ukrainian lady up who picked me
Uh-huh,
up and she still has a bit of a crush on me.
uh-huh,
Myra
uh-huh.
and Ukrainian, and she picked me up in Hungary and she's in Barcelona. I was like, I swear it'll start in Barcelona.
Right, right,
Yeah. And she was on the beach and she was like, oh yeah. But it was
right,
the Polish lady in Barcelona, South Barcelona, she triggered it all. And that is like all the memories flood through from that. And when I think of where it all started, it started with her. Yeah.
So how long did it take until you got to Spain? Did you land in France? I don't remember. Where did you land?
I landed in Holland.
All right.
I landed in Holland and then all the way through. But yeah, it's Holland, Belgium, and then hitchhiked through parts of France and past. But yeah, it all started in Spain. It was Spain that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's where stuff just started. It kind of started getting momentum and
Hmm. Yeah, it was that. It was that one, like your personality, who you are. Um, Maybe it's a Slavic thing or that part of Europe, eh? But little Zozia, little Polish Zozia, who I met on the at the train station, as blonde as anything. And
right.
yeah, that was it. And I
It
told her,
kickstarted the whole
it
thing.
kicked. I was like, I'm going to Poland. Yeah, I'm going to Poland.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess let's get to like you're hitchhiking through Poland, and
Mm.
that wasn't your first time hitchhiking. You've already been hitchhiking for a while,
Oh,
and
yeah,
yeah,
only a couple to make things interesting. It's about capitalizing. It's about maximizing the returns in the
right,
capital sense. Like you want to
right,
you want to maximize what you're getting out,
right, right,
and
right,
pretty easy to figure out how you're
right,
going to do that in the moment. Mm.
right. Because I think people used to hitchhike just because they were broke, they didn't have any money, and they're just like, give me a ride, and now it's become like I saw on YouTube on trending, there was like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
She there's like a video of her like trying to hitchhike, like in a music video. So it's become
Okay.
kind of this thing, I guess. Like
Yeah.
it's become
It's sort
sexy
of.
in society. It's become this novel thing.
Mm.
But 'cause- but yeah, it's like I feel like a lot of things that people just did for money before, they just had to do it. Like they had to. Like I was listening to like an artist. He's like, I had to perform in the subway and all this stuff because there was no other place. Like I just had to. I feel like a lot of those things become novel, and now we romanticize them so much. And at the start, they just did it because they had to. There was no choice. It just what they had to do to get going. But okay, so you're hitchhiking through Poland, and then you reach some turbulence in Hungary. Like where did that
Oh no,
stop?
like Poland's
Or
Poland's was it's it's how the story run or how the
right,
story progressed, and it just got better and better and better. And
right,
it's
right,
to meet this. I met another lady in Italy in a hostel, and that was like a fluke. That was like
right,
the it was something was I was being given
right,
little gifts, like trinkets all along the way, like little trinkets were
right,
popping up.
right,
And to meet little like to me, I met Amelia in Italy, and then to land in to say our goodbyes, and we had a little crush. We had crushing on each other a little bit. And Voldemort, remember
yeah.
Voldemort?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I don't remember Voldemort.
Well, anyway, that I won't. But I won't divulge. But we were to go to land in Warsaw, and then um to flow through the countryside. Well, Amelia was like the she told me we were crushing, and she told me where she lived. And then to land in Warsaw, to have an option, I was given the option of
Right,
where I was to go. I
right,
had a driver say, "Well, I had to pick and choose," and sort of like determine my fate, the
right,
trip, which direction I was to take. And Emily, Emily or Amelia, she was yeah, she was the first stop, and I was like, wow, this is cool.
right.
Yeah.
You're saying to meet someone in a hostel in a completely different country.
And then to hitchhike to her hometown, like it was like,
Right,
I mean, it could be, is special, very very special.
right. I feel like that makes it feel like real, right?
Yeah.
Like you're actually making a connect. I remember I had a similar thing in Germany. Like these Brits were like, if you're ever in the UK, and they weren't just saying it, it wasn't just like drunk talk. They were like, no, like if you're in the UK, like come visit us here. And that does make it feel like real, right? It's like,
Oh,
what?
it's the big,
Really?
yeah. But it's like it's so different because you're doing it in a totally different form.
Right,
Even
right,
you know when I go on a date with a woman, I'm like, I'm Mr. Disney, like I'm Mr. Fairy Tale,
right,
not necessarily Prince Charming, but I want my life to be like I
right,
want I want to influence not people but myself, and have like create these cool stories. Like I want to be a cool dad one day. I
right,
want think that I was cool for doing these things.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, to for Amelia to be, I was messaging, I was in a semi-trailer, a truck. I was in a truck between Worcester and her hometown. I was like, hey, I only met you for like 40 minutes. I know you're liking me. You're crushing hard. Like I was
Right.
doing all the body language stuff. I had like my toothbrush, had my toothbrush in my hand, ready to dart to the bathroom, go brush my teeth, have a shower, and she didn't want to go. Like I
Right.
was doing, it's like doing the side step. I was like darting around, like I was towing, like I was about to scan her out of there, and yeah, she didn't want me to leave, and
Right.
so the energy flowed on through from that, and then we meet in our hometown, and it's like it's bliss. Like I've got this beautiful Polish lady. She's dressed to the nines. There, I'm turning around. Oh, Amelia, what? And then
Hey.
and then we sit on the park bench. We're like scrolling through, and like, man, this is really cool. And the next day, it's like I see it's like that flow. You keep that momentum flowing. Next day, I got
Right.
picked up. I was like messaging her throughout the day. And she's like keeping tabs on where I am, and I'm trying. I spent 6 hours trying to get out of her hometown, out of her area. It's a mosquito. Um, and then to that was like it was the you're waiting. You want the experience. You want the cool experience to to come by, and you wait. It's worth the wait. You know,
Right.
I think it's the body language. It's your heart. Like people will notice, and they know to disqualify themselves.
Right.
There's like 6 hours of waiting. I put myself at a. I'm running across highways to get this fucking petrol station. That's like the only way out. I meet a fellow hitchhiker who just hitchhiked from Paris to his hometown where I was leaving Roswell. And I get picked up by Polish folk dancing supermodels in their little minibus.
Oh.
Like that was, and I'm like, you know, it's the that was pretty like that was sweet. They come, I
That's
see
great.
these Skoda SUVs pulling up, and all these like 20-something-year-old Polish ladies getting out, and they get onto this minibus, and there's like five of these Skodas. I don't know, they're sponsored by Skoda or something. These models, and one of them walks up to me after like 2 hours, might have been 2 hours, like maybe half an hour of waiting. And they'd all clambered onto this bus, and I'm there, and one of them walks up to me and says, "You've been standing here a while. If you, we've got like one seat. There's one seat
Oh my
left.
God.
Well, we're at the back, but you're allowed to sit at the front with
Oh
the
my
adults.
God.
Causing any chaos, like any, it would never happen. Like, no way are they going to trust anyone." 2 hours down the track, 2 hours down the highway, and we're blasting through down towards Krakow, and they're like the sweetest ladies. Like they are singing, they're humming their English hymns, and I'm like melting in the front seat. It's ridiculous.
That sounds
Like
like a movie. Holy crap.
they're melting my heart. And one of them comes up. She was the instigator. She comes up to the front seat, and she's asking me where I want to drop off. She was showing me the map, and there was another one comes up, and she's helped me. They're both like drop dead beautiful, drop dead gorgeous.
Right.
And we figure out a little spot, and just as I'm about to get off, one of them shouts out like, "How can you just?" Or commented before I was to leave, and she's like, how can you just go over the wind? How can you have
Right.
there's no rhyme or reason. You just do, and like, hey, it's just it. It's just it,
Right.
baby. This is
Right.
it. And I want to
Right.
live my life like you. I'm like, hey, you're just about to model for Swiss. Like you're about to do like some Polish hymn in front of like you're about to like do you're doing it. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
they wanted like they wanted that the wild.
Right.
They embraced it. It was very attractive. They were very
They
attracted
want to
to
be
it.
free. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you make your way down Poland and somehow you get to Hungary. And was that with buses or was there a time when was there countries in between where you couldn't hitchhike anymore?
Yeah, when I met you.
Okay, so that was the first time
Yeah.
you had to take a bus. It got
Yeah.
rough in Hungary.
Well, Hungarians are totally they're different. They're
Yeah.
similar to someone else. Then I'm not. Yeah. They're I got brought into Hungary. I got brought into transported through to Budapest by Polish people, and that was really
Okay.
cute. That was
Right.
nice. And then transferred into the main city of Budapest by the Ukrainian lady.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and she asked me out on a date
All right.
halfway through. Yeah,
Did you
she
go on
was
a
a player.
date?
No, she had her kids in town. Oh, she had her kid. Yeah, it was
What?
just me.
That's what made
Yeah,
you that's what made you not want to go on a date with her.
no. She just. I was like, I'm up for anything. But
All right.
she was when I was talking to her last night. She was saying, next time you're in town, my kids will not be staying. They'll be
Okay.
staying. I was like, all right.
Okay.
Well, it sounds
Okay.
good.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so then you get on the bus, and this is when I'm first introduced to you, all right? But
Mm,
it was an interesting introduction because uh,
that was the
I
best. We got
I don't
into
remember what happened, but I was just like my social batteries were dead. They were just dead. And I was like, oh, fuck, this fucking bubbly cunt. I can't fucking deal with him right now. He's like, and I was such an asshole because you asked me if I was German. The fucked up
yeah.
thing is that I am part German. And I said no.
Mm,
And then I think he later said something else, and I was just not having it. Just fucking,
yeah. Yeah.
just in my own head, the whole ride. And then I bump into you in of all places. Did you? It was to Timisoara, right? Timisoara.
Mm. It was
And
Sibiu. Oh
was it
no,
to,
no, it was
no, no, it was to Timisoara. And then
we
we
we bumped into each
popped
other.
into each other in a
We
hostel in
we
Sibiu.
it was
Right.
Sibiu. Yeah, we left each other in Timashore,
Yeah.
and well, I didn't even leave you. I didn't even know you.
Yeah,
We didn't
I
even.
did. Yeah, I just left the bus. Yeah.
I knew
But
where the fuck went
that's
to the
already
shittiest.
wild. That's already wild that we met in Sibiu because Transylvania like is not exactly uh, a super popular tourist destination, especially for Americans or anything like that. It's, mostly Germans and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
So it's already pretty unlikely. And then and then did we pop into each other in another hostel before we formally met? Or was that
it was Sibiu, and we were talking to that Singaporean Australian lady, and then you popped up, and you were like, you had a big smile on your face. I mean,
yeah,
it's that was what was the best. Like it's when if you can validate yourself next time, like people doesn't matter how fucking straight you are, in terms of like not straight, gay or anything, but like people like the idea of you know, meant to be or um coincidence. Wow, what a
fades,
coincidence.
whatever, yeah, yeah.
It's all about, oh man, this oh it was meant to be sort of thing. Oh
Right.
right. All right, whatever. You like me now,
Yeah,
Um, it- but that was the thing, and I had the best time of my life in Cebu.
right.
I hitchhiked, like I got picked up by so many people, all the way like Timashur. Timashur, I got picked up by gypsies. I wanted to go to Serbia. I got
Uh,
picked up by the policeman. It was like that was it's. I don't think people would. I was given so many gifts in
right.
Romania. Like Timishur, after I left you, I wanted to get the fuck out of there because I was like,
Oh yeah,
weird.
that city sucked. It was
It
like
was
quiet and it was weird. I don't know.
well,
There's no
I,
one
I,
there. There was no one there.
Well, I got picked up by gypsies, and they kept asking for money. Like all I had was Singaporean dollars. For some reason, and a few Balinese dollars or Indonesian rupiah. Is it rupiah? Can't remember.
Rupee, I
Whatever.
don't know.
No, that's Indian. Anyway, they kept asking for money, and I was like, I didn't have any money. I had 15 Singaporean dollars, and I got my converter calculator
Yeah,
up Romanian dollars or whatever,
yeah,
and it was like five, the equivalent of American or something. It was really low.
right, right,
They were like, wow. I don't think you'd even. They were like, oh, what is this? And they were like flipping it, flicking it, and I was like, whatever. And they dropped me off, and then I got picked up again, and it was a policeman. It was like a
right.
policeman, and he was like, all right, where you going? And he was very not persuasive, but he was unrelenting in like he thought he knew where I should go. Like I should go to this pizza shop and I should get money out because they kept asking for money. But I was just explaining to him that that's what they were asking. I don't actually want to give them money.
Right.
It's like, we need to go to an ATM. So I'll go to the ATM. Whatever. I'll just get some money out and just fuck off.
Yeah.
And he ended up taking me to this pizza shop across the road. Said, "Hey, I'll take you. It's too dangerous. Serbia, you're gonna get raped. Like Serbia, the assholes. I'm pretty excited. What? Like,
Right.
you serious? I just got picked up by the dodgers of gypsies.
Right.
What do you mean? Like, if it's bad,
Yeah.
it's what? It's holy fuck.
Yeah.
He sends me across the road. It's not run by this Romanian Ukrainian couple,
Right.
and they're like the sweetest. And they give me like the biggest pizza, and it's actually decent. It's
It's
pretty
actually,
good in
yeah.
Romania.
Yeah.
And then everyone's chiming up, and I'm sort of getting not a circle around me, but this lady comes up to me and says, "You're Australian," and I said, "Yeah." My sister who lives 100 meters away lived in Australia for like 30 years with her husband. I was like, wow, come back here from Australia?
Right.
Wow.
Right. Right.
And this lady comes like she walks when she comes into the cafe and she says, "You're Australian. This is the sister." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, we lived there for like 30 years, and hey, you should come by for a coffee. Come by if you're waiting. I was waiting for like 2 hours. Come by and have a cup of coffee. Come and come over to our house if you have time." And I did have time, and she messages me, and I go over, and her husband lived a town away from where my mother was living. Is living. He lived in Naruma. He
Right.
fucking he worked as an ice cream man. This Australia's a big place, and he was like a town away. He was an hour away, and he lived there for 30 years as an ice cream man. They had Australian cats and dogs. They had the Australian flag. This is like the middle of nowhere in Romania. They're giving me like these
That's so crazy.
cakes, which are like these biscuits, these Jaffa biscuits, and like or Arnott's biscuits. Give me all this stuff. I'm like, man, this is so freaking sweet. It's like you ending up in some godforsaken part of Bulgaria and you see an American flag or whatever. Like you see
Right.
some,
Sounds so surreal. Jesus.
it's real. And then the policeman picks me up. I'm like, I'm just being chaperoned around, and he takes me to the shore. I'm like, whatever. He's like into fishing and stuff, and I'm pretending I like fishing and stuff, whatever. And he's like kind enough. He takes me to his niece's hotel, and it's really expensive for them, but it's not. It's okay for me. It's like 5-star hotel, and
Right.
oh man, it's like you just give me these like little nuggets of things. Like
Holy crap.
it's it's the nuggets.
Right.
Yeah, it's the nuggets of the golds that you presented.
Right. Okay, so then after that, then you get up, meet up. Uh, did all this happen in Cebu that you were talking about right now, or is that a
No,
different city?
that was Timisoara.
Timisoara. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you end up in Cebu. I bump into you. And um, then we then talk about coincidences, whatever.
Mm,
Instead of just bumping into you, you walk into my hostel room in
yeah,
Russia, right?
yeah,
You just like I'm traveling with that German, and you just walk into the room. So it's like meet you on the bus, kind of meet you, not really, kind of meet you in
it's meant to be.
Sibiu, and then it's like if you it's like a ladder if you think about it. It's like it starts off, I don't even talk to you on the bus. Then I have a very short conversation with you in Sibiu, and then but already it's some conversation, and then you walk into my room in Brasov.
Yeah,
Like it's like an escalating kind of thing. And then that's when I think when we really started talking was we were getting our train ticket, me and German, to whatever the next city was. I think it was like Bucharest or something. And you're
mhm,
like, it was like midnight, and we're
yeah.
getting our train ticket for like 6, 7 in the morning, and you're like, why are you doing it so early? Like what? I'm like, early? Like we're sleeping 6 hours. Like we have to be on the train at 6 hours, and it's midnight. And I'm like, okay, if this is early, then you don't sound like you're full of shit. Like what is not early for you? You're like, I just hit your ride. I just hit your ride here. I'm like, what? Like you're just you're when it's time for you to travel, you just go and stick your thumb out and have like authentic, real people take you. And I thought what
Yeah,
I was doing was cool. Again, like novel, like getting into like my mom tells me stories of like getting on the, train with like some babushkas, some grandmas, and like it's romantic for me too, but you're doing it a completely different way. So that sparked my interest. And then when did I ask to join you? Was it in Bucharest only, or was
yeah.
it already?
Well, you're forgetting the best. That was like that night that we didn't literally spend together, but
Yeah.
when we met those, like it was a Monday, and we just so happened to meet like the coolest Romanian women. And
On the Monday.
on the Monday, we also bonded over that cougar. There was the cougar that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
wanting to like ego fuck us or something. I don't know. She was like, she thought you looked like something you definitely didn't. Like you're a little
Brad
bit
Pitt,
taller.
DiCaprio, what was you saying?
Yeah. Anyway, she's been like so. Anyway, it's just fucked. Get out of that. But
No, she was saying she was a lawyer from Harvard and all these other colleges, and yeah, I had like a
yeah,
3 hour conversation with her where I was on the where I was on the top of my hostel bunk bed and she was on the bottom, and just across the room we were having a 3, 4 hour conversation. And
oh
she was
my god.
tricking me. She was so good. Her story was so like her story was good. Like she had that shit planned out. Like she knew her story well, and I'm so gullible. Like I was believing half of it. Like lawyer from Harvard and all this stuff, and like all this crazy shit. And of course, of all people, I see you on the couch with her, getting getting closer and closer to her. I'm like, this clash of personalities is fucking epic. Like I was so excited watching that. It's like a fucking movie. And eventually, she was getting you too, dude. She was charming you with her bullshit too. She was getting you. Okay. And then we ditched her. We said,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it
she
was
was.
it was rough, but that night, it's because I was so I can switch off my attraction. I wasn't even attracted. I was like, I can switch it off pretty quick, and I'm like,
Right,
stroke. But
right.
but that night, I think it was a Monday night or it was a Wednesday. That was a Monday or a
Monday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. I kind of Tuesday
It
sounds
was
familiar.
I think it was definitely a Tuesday or a Monday.
Yeah. Hmm.
But that night, the we we're upstairs, and you were with like two 21-year-old, this German and English guy, and they were super
Yeah, yeah,
boring.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
knew, I knew you were freaking different. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How'd you
freak.
know?
portrays you fucking different. Like
Oh
you are
yeah, okay. You can just tell.
stuff you've done before and where you've gone. But
All right.
anyway, yeah, he was like, what the fuck are you hanging out with these guys for? You're so much
Right.
more, you know.
Right.
And we go, and they're like, oh no, we have to book our thing. And I don't think at this point I hadn't slept in like 5 days. Like I
Jesus
literally
Christ.
hadn't slept in 5 days. Might have had like
Jesus.
2 hours sleep every night.
Right. Just winks of sleep. Yeah.
And we went out and you're like, hey, Seth, actually, I will come out. We went out and we met like three of the prettiest, like the pretty Romanian ladies, and we had a good night. Like we spent a good amount of time with them, and
Right.
they
There
they
was a
had work.
while.
It was a while, and anyway, that cemented our thing. That's
And
shared
they didn't
between
want
us.
it to end either. They even we were pretty much cool with calling it a night, but then they're like, okay, we're gonna go to this food place. Let's go. And they had to go to work, and you could just tell like they had to
They're
be
like,
up in a few hours.
oh yeah,
But they
and they
still wanted to take us to eat and stuff and still hang out with us for longer, even though it was already like super late in the morning.
yeah,
They didn't
and
want
but
to end.
that cemented the thing because it's like they went away giggling and we went away. It's like, this is it was the
I
energy.
remember
It's like
there was yeah. They could feel it. I remember they were saying like you guys are they we never even told them we just met that night. They were saying I forgot exactly what they were saying, but they were like you guys are meant for each other. Like they were talking they if we told them they were that we met that night, they wouldn't believe it. And he probably thought we've been friends for since childhood or something.
probably
Yeah.
yeah, but it was
Um,
it was a complimentary experience.
all
But to
right.
go from that, and if you look back through your message records, it's like the next I was flirting hard with the hostel lady. Like the lady that was the owner of the hostel. She was hot.
Oh yeah,
She
you
was
liked yeah. But yeah, she looked like her husband was there, right?
no,
No,
but
she was. Oh, okay.
no, but that night or that morning you left. And I was like, all right, Victor, before you leave, I just want to say like, um, how my life is playing out right now. Like it's all about the spontaneity and live off the high of now. Like this is it. This is the penultimate. Like this is what's
An
attracted.
ultimate one. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what people are attracted to. We're attracted to this feeling, and you can people are attracted to people that take initiative, take not in a you have to express to people that you are a giver before you receive, but when you give, you generally get back. So people will not they will not give you the time of day unless they know there's a down payment to receive, sort of thing. Like
Right.
there has to be the expectation that you are not a taker, and it's the environment you put yourself in. So the train trip that you had, you look back through and I was like, hey, Victor, you get on that train, and you get on a train. It's not my favorite, but you're gonna get on the train, and you're gonna envisage, like I envisaged with Amelia, that I was gonna do this stuff, and then it happened, and then I feel like I've created, like as a creator,
Right.
as an artist, you feel like, oh man, I made this happen,
Right.
and it sort of did. Like I said, Victor, you can get on that train, and you can come across the most beautiful, and she's gonna be like heavenly. She's gonna be the most beautiful woman, like whatever. And you get on this train, you're gonna sit next to her unapologetically, and then you never know. She might live in Bucharest. She'll have an apartment. She'll be showing you around. She'll be taking you on cool dates. You just don't know. Like you just envisage the most wild. You manifest the most wild
Right.
experience in your head, and then if that happens, you're like, wow, yeah, it happens, and I did that.
Right.
And it was like that message. I got that message the next morning. I think I was climbing a mountain or something, and with this gay guy, and it was you, and you said, "Hey, I fucked up. I got on the train. There was this beautiful lady sitting in my seat, and I asked her where my seat was, and she said, I'm sitting in it." And then I asked her name, but she never asked for mine back. And
Right.
you said, I should have just sat in the seat opposite her. And in the end, it
Yeah.
actually turned. It wasn't my seat anyway. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember that. I didn't like. I haven't memorized the voice word to word, but yeah, it's like the underthinking or the not overthinking the sort of the little gifts, the little things that are presented. Like you just do things instinctively, instinctually.
Right.
You sit next to that beautiful lady and you do unapologetically. You just like
Right.
all of that. And anyway, that's how
Yeah.
it flows.
Right. Okay, so then we're both in Bucharest at the same time. And then what? Do I text you and say like do
Oh
we meet?
yeah,
Oh yeah, I texted you asking or I called you and I was like, okay, well, I want to I want to learn the
oh
ways.
yeah. Well, you I don't know. You must have spent a little bit more time with that English and German guy and gone fuck this. You must have spent. I think you've done something else. Anyway,
Oh yeah, so I met this oh gosh. I met this
oh, you
English
you went on a date with that someone.
yeah, it was that hostel was a mess. I mean, English guy went to a different hostel. Me and German checked into this hostel and it was cool, but it was all just like you kind of showed me the like if I tell the story, people are like, okay, that's cool. And for them that would be like top tier shit, that'd be like awesome shit. I'm doing hostels, talking to Germans and all this stuff, and that would be cool shit. But you exposed a world that is like intrinsic to us, yet we just don't channel it because we don't even know it's there because of whatever societal norms, whatever things that we're told as kids that we shouldn't be doing. And you introduced a world that was already inside of us, but I didn't know was there. And it's like a beautiful fantasy world. So even though what I was doing was cool, making cool experiences, cool memories, you exposed this like underbelly, this whole entire new world of like you said, like the thing with the girls, like you expose that in every single circumstance, there is a completely different way to play it where like you have the most insane experience in your life and it could be anything. So even though I was having a good time, I took this British girl that had a boyfriend to like the biggest spa in Europe or whatever. And it was just like cool. It was just cool. It was like relaxing all the stuff, but just in my subconscious the whole time, as soon as you implanted that seed of like hitchhiking and that insane world of like making an amazing fairy tale, I couldn't get it out of my mind. It was just always sitting in the back. It was just always in my subconscious at this point. So then, of course, like it was just a matter of time. I was like, okay, will you teach me the ways? Will you take me with you? You know? And you
No, Bucharest, yeah, it's the place of magic. It's the place of dreams.
yeah,
Bucharest. It
yeah,
it all it almost feels like to me personally, it's like the center of. I've never experienced a place like it, sort of thing. So we dropped off because after I left you, I got picked up by out of Sibiu. Was it Sibiu? No, it's
Brussels,
Brasov. Brasov.
Brussels, yeah.
Yeah. After I got picked up by this guy. He was in a Mercedes. He was well to do. He was going down to Bucharest to get his braces adjusted. And he was a lawyer. He was like a supreme, or he's a judge. He was like, I think he's like a government. He worked for the government. And we just had this conversation. We were flying through the countryside, and he was telling me all about how he used to escape communist rule. He'd go trekking in the mountains, and it was sort of his escape. And I was like, man, this is not only do I get to have rides in really cool, comfortable cars. Like I'm in a front seat. I've got a private driver. Like, can you imagine how much money you'd have to pay someone to transport you through the countryside in a really, really flash Mercedes, brand new, cruising through the most beautiful country. Because I think you saw a post that I put out, and it was like
Yeah.
this mountain range that is lost on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm having the most incredible experience. I get dropped off, and then it's like, yeah, validated through that. Wow, what a cool thing. And then to leave Bucharest, I got up early in the morning. I got up super early. I had paper. I had all my colored pens and paper. And then you turn up at Starbucks, and we're flirting a little bit with the waitresses, and that's how we start our day. Every day we start our day like that.
Yeah.
Like we wait a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Always we were
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah, yeah.
wait. We
Oh
always
yeah,
waited.
we were hot. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, hot. You and I, like, fuck.
yeah.
It's the dynamic is evil. It's
Yeah.
it's dangerous. It's danger zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I played that song all about, it's all about confidence, baby.
Confidence.
It's confidence,
Yeah.
and that's a cool Australian song.
It's so
And
good.
it just, I mean, everyone's heard it, but like, it was a cool
I
way to
hadn't
start.
heard it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was a cool way to start, and we got off. I think I did the fucking stinkiest fart, like smelliest fart on the tram. Or we're on the bus, and I just fucking no. We just gotten off, and I farted right in your face. Like, well, this is a good start. This is a good start. We spent like 3 hours on the side of the road, just south of Bucharest, and I'm like, I don't even know what Bulgaria is, or I've already experienced mafia in Romania. What the fucking mafia going to be like in Bulgaria?
Oh my God.
No one spoke English, so we're cruising. I'm like, I have no idea what gift was sent to me in you. Like, if you hadn't come along, who knows what would happen? But we had the most incredible, like, to walk across that bridge from Romania into Bulgaria, which is like 2 kilometers, and then to end up in some godforsaken northern part of Bulgaria, and we're floating our way through. We're hearing about gay transvestites, singers, and stuff, Herbie or something. Like, it was like,
Aziz.
that's it.
Wait, who took us to the border? Okay, wait. When we got taken to the border, I remember I think our first driver was
Mm,
that girl that was skeptical to pick us up because she was like one of her first times driving.
yeah,
You
I
remember
mean,
that?
and
She just
yeah,
got her
yeah.
driver's license. And
But
she
I mean
didn't
that
want to take us. She's like, I might kill you guys. And we're like, okay, fuck it, let's go.
3 hours. We waited for her for 3 hours
Yeah.
to come across, and then she was like, she showed vulnerability. Her boyfriend showed, they were both really sweet, and we took that photo. I saw it in my camera roll. Like,
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
they, were-
Love that
they were like, I mean, she was a shit driver, but it was like,
photo.
we got dropped off, and they were like elated that, we hadn't killed them and they hadn't killed us or whatever. Like, they
Yeah,
were,
yeah, it was a really positive experience. It was a good like mellow start. Like, but then I think after that we got dropped off, not in the best place, because it was I think at the roundabout. I think it was that time. And you stepped off. I was like, okay, we should stay at the roundabout. You're like, no, it's not good for hitching. And then we were staying in this part of it, and a dude from across the street on his like bike came
yeah,
all the way over to us, doesn't speak English or anything. He's like, come this way. You're like, no, it's
yeah,
not
no,
good. And then we're
yeah,
like, okay. I was like, dude, no, let's go. Let's just go. This is the sign. This is the sign on the road that we need to listen to. So he took us. I have a picture of like us following him
yeah.
on his bike, and he put us where I think you thought wasn't a good spot, but it ended up we got a ride super quick by the gypsy dude and his wife. Or no, was that a different one?
He
I don't
was he
remember.
was a he was a shipbuilder from a Romanian shipbuilder who
Oh,
worked he worked on ships.
yeah.
Yeah,
Nice memory. Yeah, I
and he
remember
dropped
him.
it. Yeah,
Okay, then we walked across the border, and then we end up in. Oh yeah, that border walk was really cool.
oh, I mean, I think one of the first comments you said, and we can keep it between us, you and I, was like, "Fuck, I just been all the way through Romania, and we're like on the border, and I just saw the most beautiful woman. She's
Oh
Bulgarian.
yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, you fucking cunt, like." It's beautiful. Like she's just standing there, and yeah, and we're like wandering through. We're actually going fast in the cars. We're sidestepping like broken concrete and whatnot, and yeah, and that was so cool. That
Yeah.
was really like
Yeah.
across that river into Bulgaria, and then to end up, we ended up at that hotel, and it was like something out of the 90s. Like it was so decrepit and stank of piss, but it was like this is like you could be. This is like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, turning up. This is how it used to be done. It's really cool.
Oh my God, was that the really stinky one?
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, with the Russian lady? Oh my God. When, oh my God, that shower smelled so bad. You're laughing so. It
Yeah.
smells so bad. But that city Rusan, whatever it's called,
Mm.
was really dope. And then that's
Yeah.
when you educated me on what is it? What's that salt thing that's in all the foods I didn't even know about?
Oh, MSG. We had
We had the best dinner,
it was the
and I was messing
best.
with the waitress. I was feeling
Oh,
a little cheeky.
and you were feeling. I was like, man, this is cool, eh? This is very. And there she was with her, and she was very beautiful,
Yeah.
extremely beautiful. And but then she had a boyfriend or had someone, and he was like raping her
Oh
all over.
yeah.
I'm like, man, this is so fucking. What the fuck? She's getting raped, like right in front of her. She's,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
getting.
she was a little
Oh my
lost.
god.
Yeah. But that
Yeah,
was
no,
such a good reward. That dinner with that all that MSG or whatever it's called, that was so good, dude. The food
it was.
in Bulgaria was so good. And Romania. Like the
Yeah,
food was great. Food and
best,
it's so inexpensive. So
mm,
inexpensive.
the best.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. By the way, why was it automatic for you to, because at this point, a big part of the freedom of, of what you were doing was you meet people along the way, but you always have these moments by yourself, right? Where you're able to like talk to somebody and be like, ooh,
Mm.
okay, that was cool, and kind of be on your own, right? And like, you know, you have your own version of taking a break, right, from talking to people. So, was it a instantaneous decision to say yes to me coming along with you, or did you have to think about it, or were you just again going with the flow and just being like, okay, something to it?
Oh, you got to risk it. You got to risk it to get
Yeah,
the most. And
right, right,
I
right.
think, I think everyone has the capacity to be um, to show themselves. Just not everyone does. Everyone has the capacity to be wild, and I mean that's the risk is whether someone's prepared to see give in. It was like when you asked me how do you we got these the Romanian there was like this gypsy that pulled over and he was super dodgy and he asked for our passports and he was like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? And it's like asking for us to get in his car. I'm like, no, it's a gypsy. Not all gypsies are bad, but this one was. It's like it's a feeling thing. You
Right.
feel. And it was like you have to give in to the. Was this person going to compliment? In terms of you, you definitely did because you saved my ass.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I probably would have made it, so it would have been a hell of a lot more was interesting in a bad way, possibly. But you
Right.
never know. You never freaking know. But
Right.
that was it. Like it was cool having, especially when you can share something
Right.
with
Right.
someone else. Because otherwise it would have been totally to me and no one, I have people that saw posts and stuff but it wasn't like living. Like nothing like you and I have this connection. Like fear, not very few people experience fear, put themselves in fearful situations, and that's kind of nice. It's nice to like that's even the bad memories turn to good eventually because you made it.
Right. It's kind of like the military, right? Those bond. that bonding that you get in the military, and that's one of the big reasons why they're so depressed after other than like the PTSD and stuff. It's like they literally your brothers who you are risking your life with. You're going to war
Yeah.
with them. Now you come home and you're supposed to bond with like Bill that like all he does is like watch football and stuff, It's like
Yeah.
where so how do you again make that intimate of a connection with another man? It's like pretty difficult probably from risking your life with them or even with you, like we're doing something that not many people have done. It's scary, it's everything. It's scary, it's rewarding, it's all those things. And you're right. I think to share it with someone is like not, it has to be a special type of person to do something that's scary with. You have to be able to talk to each other, not get in too bad of arguments. And that's
Yeah.
a hard thing to do because it's pretty natural to get in, get really stressed out and get really tired. And how do you handle that? It's like, it's really easy to start being an asshole to the other person when you're just exhausted. You've been staying on the road with your thumb out for so many hours. You're running out of food and water. You might have to go back and all this stuff. It's like, how do you talk to yourself and how do you talk to the person next to you and still have a cool experience after?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It takes
I
a
mean, it's the
certain
ultimate
level of discipline.
thing. You want to be challenged like that. You want to be, it's almost like, oh, there's no real reason for anything. Like there's no like as long as you have your visa, you have your time limit, but really at the end of the day, it's not, especially when you're in that environment where you don't really care about what is, I'm here to enjoy myself and it doesn't matter whether I go left or right, as long as I'm say getting out of region before I have to. And then when you do, you're like, man, I went this way and that way, which we
Right.
freaking did. And that
Right.
happened to us. And then you make it out like that's what that's what the memory of like the little snippets that come flowing back. So say how we would so after that city, the city that we left on the border, and then we flow through, I think it was it Bella or something? I can't remember. Sophia, maybe it was Sophia.
No,
But
it's
that
we
was
never even got to Sofia. It was either was it Velika Tarnova?
no, yeah, yeah, it was that one. Yeah, it was Sophia's the capital. No, we didn't get there, but we had yeah, that one. We spent like 3 days and we were like it was I remember like we got dropped off and it was so
By the
pretty.
gypsy, it was the that this one was the gypsy guy and the blonde
It
girl.
was a gypsy. I can't even remember. No, no. Well, the gypsy and
He
the
was
blonde
who
girl.
dropped us
Oh,
off
no.
at Velika Tarnova
Yeah,
because
the gypsy.
I remember because he was giving us a cigarette and you took it and then you told me like I was like no and then you're like you stupid cunt like you're supposed to just take it and just don't even smoke it just take it and just like puff it in your mouth or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. That's when a lot of things click there because that's when I realized like because in my culture it's so like don't take anything from anyone, depend on yourself, communist stuff, and you're like, no, like by taking it, you are giving them the gratification of giving something. I have a problem with
Mm,
that. Like
yeah,
to just take from them and they want to give by denying them that desire to do something nice for somebody you're like or same thing with the compliment by saying no it's like you're denying them giving something without expecting anything back.
yeah.
Stop being an egotistic idiot, just take it and then just give your love to the next person that you receive from
Mm,
them and then it's a cycle. It just keeps going. So, anyways, they dropped us off at Velika Tarnova. I have a picture of us standing on the road there, and I remember that like we're looking up at this insane city in the mountain. There's like a church on the hill, like a little castle thing. And that was a big moment. I remember we were just like, "Holy crap, we're doing it! Like this is so out
mm.
there. Never seen a city like that before."
Yeah, yeah. And to tell me, I think we stopped off. It was like the food was. I think we had like a chicken burger or something. Or pizza. We had like pizza, and we were seeing like these women, these girls your age, like 21, pushing strollers. It was like a scene out of
Oh
some sort
yeah.
of TV series, or like pushing their prams and
Oh, we got a pint of beer. I remember that. And then I was like drinking both of them.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
and
was such a sweet dinner. Oh my
that
God.
was yeah, that was like the sweetest. And then walking back through, yeah, walking down the street, we come across these other ladies, and they were very young, and anyway, that was like, it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
But we
remember we're sitting on that wooden thing. I'm already chatting up the girls behind us. We're having a good time. Like, and then yeah, we see all these literally beautiful young girls with strollers just walking right past us, like
yeah,
together, chatting and
mm,
having fun. It's like, holy crap, where are we? Like, this is some kind
yeah,
of fantasy
it's
land.
like a fairy tale. But
Is that
remember that
something that me and you think is cool? Like we want like
yeah,
a young wife that has our kids. Like we don't want some 30-year-old, like, just having their sixth kid with us. It's like, no, we want some
yeah.
like young 20-year-old with our kids.
It's nice to. It's like being in a. It's like transcending into like utopia, but not. It wasn't
Yeah.
utopia. It was like it was something different. And then we walked up the main street, and we came across that cafe, and there was this lady who still like views all my stories and stuff. She has a boyfriend, but we were giving off like this sweet energy. I was like, oh man, I can't remember her name, but oh, Victor just saw the most beautiful lady walk past. He never said anything. And she's like, I was like, yeah, the fucking, like, you won't believe it, but my mate Victor just saw the most beautiful woman. And he never said, he didn't fucking say anything to her.
Oh.
Like, what are you talking about? And I was sort of like, I was being a bit of an asshole, but but she was
No, that
enjoying
was
it. And
part of the thing. That was another thing that you were taught me as well. Like, don't take yourself so seriously. Like, it's okay to make fun of each other when you if you just know that it's in good heart and that it's for a larger purpose. And kind of like comedians, right? They don't take themselves seriously. Like they realize like you're just talking shit. Like it's okay. Like you can say silly shit about each other as long as you both know it's from good faith. Like you're just trying to make something bigger out of it because that
mm,
gets people. It's like, what? He's like making fun of his own friend, but like the friend is okay with it. I think that like they don't, especially in America, like the one of the best ways to be charismatic, I find, is you're at a grocery store and there's like you're a cashier and this is like the thousandth they're about to clock out. This is the thousandth customer. Hey, how's it going? Scan, scan, scan. Good. How you doing? Good. Okay. 45.64 is your total. Okay. Boom, boom. Have a good day. Like that is every single freaking person. So I think the way to be charismatic is you don't need to go over the top, but just something little joke, like a little thing,
mm,
like something out of the ordinary that they don't hear every day, and it just completely it makes them wake up. Like it brings them back to the present. It's like, whoa, like it breaks them out of that system that they've been in that last 8-hour shift. And that's I think what we do for people like on like a even like deeper level. Like we just completely bring them into our world that we make, right? We spin the web right in front of their face. Like
mm.
we spin some kind of fantasy world right in front of them. It's all impromptu. It's all just coming out of nowhere. Like it's not we didn't write a script like like a
It-
lot of people do. Like we don't like come up with like lines and then okay, let's try this line. No, like we just come and we just make it right in front of them and they feel that it's authentic. It wasn't written before. It's all
yeah,
being spun right in front of them and it's
yeah.
all coming from good faith. It's all coming from our hearts.
Oh, it's childlike. It's
Yeah,
charm, beware charm, but the charm is very, it's it betrays the confidence anyway. The confidence is attractive.
right, 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 right. Yeah. Okay, so Velika Tarnova. And then was it to Varna next? We spent a few days in Velika Tarnova. We were
Yeah.
kind of disappointed with that church. It was
I
like
was like,
very
it
modern,
was,
very and you got tricked by that guy with the coins. Oh my God,
yeah,
you were oh my God, you're it's so funny because I used to do sales, so I can see that stuff coming from a mile away with the
yeah,
freaking coins. He probably made those coins and he's
probably.
like, and then you stuck your hand out with a bunch of money with coins. And you're like, okay, how much? And he started like one, two, and he just took all the coins. He just took the whole thing. And I just started laughing right in front of you guys. I was like, oh my God. He just took all the coins like quickly. He's like, gave you a little coin.
Yeah.
But that was so touristy. That was so freaking touristy. We saw those old Aussies that were being toured around. I think they were Aussies
Mm,
or Americans
yeah.
toured or being with that speaking tour. Okay, yeah, we were a little disappointed by that, but that city was still so
Hey, well, if I was to ever get like that, you were to shoot me, you know.
beautiful.
If I was to end up on some scenic cruise, river cruise, whatever, just shoot me. I mean,
Yeah,
you would shit for that, but I was like, no.
yeah,
But yeah, we had full control over how we were moving through the country like that, and that
right.
was giving you, you know, you could just talk to anyone because you knew you were like you weren't you had the confidence, like the confidence was totally there.
Yeah,
The confidence
yeah,
was you had fun. You weren't feeling like you're going to lose out on anything because you'd had the coolest of experience. And then yeah, we got picked up by I think we had it was that really cool. We were in like in the middle of nowhere in Bulgaria. We got dropped off. I can't remember who picked us up from that town. Actually, it's
Was it
blanked
the
from my mind.
inter? Well, was it Lydia?
No, Lydia was in Tivana. There was another ride. We got dropped off in that mafia town or like that. Fucking, it was creepy.
But that was after Varna though.
No, this was between Vika Taranova, the Taranova place,
Oh, it was
and
between Velika Tarnova and Varna.
I can't remember who picked us up, but there's a photo of you in front of a larder with like a cow horn on it, and it was
Hmm.
in that. No, it was the fucking. I can't believe you forgot. It was the Hell's Angels guy. The fucking hell, he picked us up.
Okay, okay.
You remember
He
the
picked us up
fucking?
from Velika Tarnova?
We got picked up by the fucking bikie,
Oh,
and
that
we're
wasn't
listening.
after Varna. That wasn't after Varna. Because
No,
how
no,
I thought it went was Varna,
wasn't. No,
and
it wasn't.
then
No, it wasn't. No,
was
it
it?
was the bikie picked us up from that Terranova, and he
Okay.
was speaking Spanish, and we had the sausage in a hole, the sausage in the fucking. It was
Oh
like
yeah, 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 yeah.
we had that, and we played pool at his
It's
clubhouse.
yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah,
giving
yeah,
me
yeah.
and then dropped us off. I've still got his pen in my car.
Oh, I
He gave
lost the
me.
pen. He gave me a
I
pen
got
too. I lost
I got the pen,
it.
and then we
Yeah.
were walking to town. We had a pizza in the town. It was shit. We felt communist. And then we had dinner. We had lunch or brunch
Okay.
or restaurant. Remember that?
Mm.
We
I
had
don't
I
remember
fuck,
the
it was
restaurant.
delicious too. That was we had it was like this roadhouse on the side of the
Mm.
road. And
Mm.
then we get picked up by Lydia. And
Okay.
and I hope she doesn't see this because it'll be so funny.
No, I might interview her. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. You can cut this bit out. But yeah, we got picked up by Lydia and her two poodles.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoever
yeah.
that was driving,
No, it's only
whoever
one
that
poodle. It's only one.
oh no, it's just the one poodle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she was driving us through and
It was her
friend.
friend driving us.
It must have been her friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Her
And we're
friend was
driving.
driving. She was just sitting there.
Yeah. Was she driving us? And we're like, you're having most conversations, which is cool, and um, I'm being me, and then we get to close to Van. She's asking, "Hey, I know an Australian lady who lives here. It's a bit of like it's a um, remote work sort of hub, a digital nomads thing here in Varna." And she asked us where we wanted to get dropped, or the guy asked us where we wanted to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
dropped. And
yeah,
she's
yeah,
my house, like,
yeah.
okay, all
Man, my
right,
heart stopped beating for a second. I'm like, wait, is
yeah,
this kind of thing?
yeah. And then what was the other thing? She commented that, oh, hey, if you have time, you're around
This weekend
this weekend, or no, in the
or
on a
the
weekday,
following week or something.
the
Yeah.
weekday, I can't do anything Saturday, and um but but Rodney is leaving Sunday. I'm not free Monday, but I'm free Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right.
And he deliberately pointed out that he wasn't going to be there, like right in front of him, and he went cold. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And you can, and we're like, fuck, we just want to get out of this fucking car. We just want to get the ride. We don't really care about whatever else happens. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but but like we took cool photos, and that was cheeky. It was a cool thing for us anyway, because we had many rides before then. Um, yeah, that was funny. And
Yeah.
then to have,
Varna was cool.
yeah, yeah, Varna's
That's
really
when,
cool.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
in Varna, a lot of things happened. But
But I
one,
But that night, I'm gonna have to play this. But that night, I think we walked into town. You were saying you were super fucking tired. You're
yeah,
really tired, and you weren't gonna do anything outrageous. And I was sort of encouraging it. So we
right.
go into the first hostel, and there's this lady talking about how she wants to have another baby, and she's 50, and she wants to have. She was literally fucking. She wanted to have a baby with us or something. One of us. She's saying, "I have a 30-year-old baby, son. I want another baby."
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Right.
She wanted to have a baby
She literally straight up wanted kids with us. Like,
with you. With you. She's talking about the
yeah,
bond. She wanted
yeah,
to have a
yeah,
kid with you.
yeah,
And then, and we're like, and it was just too expensive. So we fucked off. We got out of there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was like right in the middle of town, I remember.
And I'm like, hey, Victor, tonight, this is a challenge. This is it. Like, this is it. I think I'd already done, had I slept, oh no, I'd done it in Sydney. I just, uh, the only way we are sleeping in a bed tonight is if someone takes us home.
Right.
Like literally, it doesn't matter who it is, as long as they have legs and hands or whatever. Like, as long
Yeah,
as
yeah,
there's someone,
yeah.
um, just putting it out there, that is the only way we're going to be sleeping in bed tonight. Otherwise, we're having
Right.
to like God. God has to come along, some intervention. We have to like something has to take care of us because we're like that's it, and that set us up like that. That night, we went down to that little supermarket, and we were buying vodka, and it was fucking freezing. And I wear shorts I just wear shorts. That's all I wear ever.
Right.
And it was
Right.
shorts. It was fucking freezing, and went into that convenience store, and there was this really pretty lady, and I was flirting the fuck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was flirting like I was. I was like, we were in that set of minds instantly. You're like,
we were
yes,
feeling it.
we just gave in to that animal, into
Yeah,
that wild. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
we're on a mission. We're men.
yeah,
We've been given
yeah,
ourselves a
yeah,
mission. Like, well, this
yeah.
is it. And we're doing that. We get the vodka, and then go down to the beach, and I think it's on sunset, and there's those. Oh no, we go for a swim. We go for a swim. We go straight into the ocean. We go straight in.
Is that the same night where we met those three girls or like three or four girls? And they were cool, but they weren't like all the way
Photo,
with
yeah, the German ladies, and that's what they took our. I asked them to take our photo, and they took
Oh,
your photo, and that was after we'd been in the water, and we we're fucking freezing, and that's where I caught my cold. But and they were like so fucking, they were all over, like they were all over. It was the weirdest freaking thing. Like we were almost given it. It was like these three German ladies. One of them was cute. The rest weren't
Yeah,
that cute.
yeah,
One
yeah.
of them,
Oh yeah, I remember.
in between us was like, oh, what the fuck.
Yeah,
But more so on you and she. I think she was my age too, and we were just. It was odd. It was a really odd. It was a weird thing, but
yeah. We were like playing a game with them, some kind of drinking game or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And it didn't. I mean, I lost my glasses that night. We got pretty. It was a while. Like it was.
yeah,
Lost my Ray Bans, and I lost my hat that night. And then anyway, I don't know what happened, but they left, and it was good. I think it was like the
yeah. I
fridge,
know. Yeah,
the fridge protecting the snacks, that sort of thing.
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
it was that. You can edit that out, but it was that.
No, there's no editing. We're not editing shit. Like there was, she, no, she was cool. Like she was really into like me, us, both of us, and so was like the other girl. But it was like there was I think like four of them. That's what happens when there's too many. If it was like two
Yeah,
on two, it's a different story. It's like they're in your world, you're in theirs, and there's no escape. Like, yeah, but yeah, it's like. I remember like it was the fridge and she was like I want to go home, blah blah blah. And I even wasted fucking time talking to her just so that that didn't happen.
she was talking to me. I mean, you were doing better than she was talking to me. The German lady. I mean, she kissed. I think she kissed you.
No,
I don't
she
know if
didn't.
she kissed me.
No, she
She
didn't
didn't.
kiss me. I don't think
Well, I
so.
might have kissed her on the cheek or something. I'm pretty sure she kissed you in the toilet because you went to the toilet. Anyway, that's so beside the point. But after that night, and we went down to the hot pools, and we went straight to the hot pools. So I think we paid 20. It was 20 euros. It was only like 20
It was
euros.
cheap. It wasn't 20 euro. Maybe between the both of us, but it wasn't
Yeah,
that much. Think
yeah, but it
about it.
wasn't
It's
much.
not just to get in. It's not much.
Yeah, yeah. And and this we met this that Russian guy, and he was there,
Was that
and
that
then
night? Okay.
we went and met the Russian guy, and we just hung in the hot pool, and we just stayed in there. We're talking to people, and they were like, it was pretty dead, but it was like just a hot pool, and
It was just
we
nice. Yeah, because we were
yeah
swimming, we were freezing. Oh yeah, that's why it was so nice. Because we were fucking freezing.
yeah,
And that
and we kept
hot
going.
pool was like oh yeah, we kept switching and that was so
Swimming.
good. I remember.
We kept swimming in the Black Sea, and then hot pool, Black Sea, hot pool, Black
Yeah,
Sea,
yeah,
nothing.
yeah, yeah.
I had this
Yeah, we were running around in our underwear the whole night. Like crazy fucks. Just running around in our underwear. You see,
drinking
like you
vodka.
can't do this shit in a different
No,
place. Like it was
no.
just different, man. We're just running around in our underwear like in the Black Sea. Everyone's staring at us like, who the fuck at this time of year is swimming in the Black Sea? Like we were aliens to them. Oh
Yeah,
gosh. And then yeah, there was that Russian dude who, again, gullible me didn't know was super gay, and because over there they don't have the gay accent or anything. They're just straight up gay. So I didn't know. But that's when you said, everything was going good, but slowly it was just us. Like people left and it was just us left. And we had a goal. We're not sleeping in a hostel and whatever. Certain things didn't work out. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna fucking sleep here, right? You said
yeah.
you're fucking sleeping here.
I don't know how we
And
didn't. I mean,
no, and
I
you're
was.
you're a cunt for that because this is my side of the story. You're like, okay, we're sleeping here, and I thought you're in Fucksville with me. Like I thought you had nothing with you. You're just gonna be sleeping in like a pair of jeans or something. Your fucking ass takes out like a giant like Indian blanket. A
It
fucking
was.
giant Indian blanket. No,
It
fuck off.
was.
It's
It
a
was the wrong.
giant
What
blanket.
fucking so wrong? It
And
can't be
I
dry.
have nothing. I have fucking nothing. I have fucking I had to layer my shirts. I put on like, and it's fucking winter on the beach. We're on the beach, and I'm
It's
sleeping
October.
like on the fucking bar couch where people would
Yeah.
drink, and I'm fucking that's my fucking bed. No fucking blanket. I have like three shirts and a hoodie on, and like a jean with holes, and maybe one more flare pants. I'm fucking jackhammering the whole fucking night. My teeth are fucking chattering to shit. I wake up. I don't know how I didn't get sick. I'm fucking.
It was 4 a.m. It was 4 a.m. because we spent, I think it was 4 a.m. when we went to bed too. So it was
And we woke
fucking,
up at like 7.
yeah. It wasn't
We
that
woke
bad.
up at like 8 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was. Yeah,
That
you
was
probably
cool.
slept like a baby. You have no
But
complaints.
I the thing over my whole blanket was saturated. Like it was saturated.
Like it was wet.
It was wet. Yeah. And I had my corduroy, um, jacket on. That was it. That was pretty much
No.
fucking it. But that was cool. That was really, and then we got on the hot pools. We spent,
Yeah.
that night or that day, sorry, we were like, I think we only spent like 2 days in Varna, maybe two, and we were hanging around, and then that night we did it again. No, we booked into
Oh,
a
we checked
hostel.
into a hostel. Yeah. I was like, we're not doing that again. I think I was the one where I was like, I am not. We're, let's have a place to check in. If we get taken home, then we get taken home. Like, I was like, that was cool, but no, I need a
Well,
fucking
no, actually, we spent 3 nights, didn't we? Yeah, it adds up to three because
something like that.
the next night we go back to the hot pools,
Right.
and we go into the hot pools. We break in, we don't pay, and then we
Hey,
go. We're swimming in the ocean, and we cut there's like these German ladies, and we strip off straight in front of them. I think they were
oh
German or
yeah,
Swiss, and they were cute too, really cute. And we're
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and we're frolicking. We're like fucking little baby we're like animals. We're like
Yeah.
little seals. We're just jumping. We've been wild, running around. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not been singing or whatever. And we're like, you know, we're just diving. We're not even thinking. We just don't run straight into the freezing cold water. And we're like, what the fuck? And we're like, hey, come in, get naked, come on, or whatever. Like, strip
Yeah.
off, come on. What? They got jumpers on, and we're like, oh, fuck this. And we go into the pop pools, and we go back in the ocean. We're just running naked all over the place. And then we come across these other Swiss guys, or maybe they were German. Remember that? And there was that lady. There was that Dutch lady in the pop in the hot pools. Anyway, you're talking to the German
German,
guys.
whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Germans.
And
Yeah.
what the fuck? I was thinking, but I think it was 55. Yeah, she was old. But I'm holding her like a baby all through. I don't know how the fuck. I was just when I get to that stage, I just go for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like little baby, like
Mm,
this in the
mm.
water, rocking her back and
You were
forth, and
talking to her for a long time.
yeah, like two
It
hours
was
or something.
hours, if not more, dude. It was a while. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and she ends up like you left, and I stayed there for like another hour and a half, and she's like, "Hey, you gonna be a man or what? Are you gonna take me home? Like, what home? I don't have a home. Oh, I'm gonna invite myself to your house. Okay, if that's how it's done, whatever."
Right.
And I spent, she gave me some moon water. She had moon water. It was like to
Right.
give me the to help my seed or something. Like she gave me this water that was sitting in front of the moon. And I fucking spilt and she didn't want to sleep with me then. But then she found more moon water and I drank that. And then she put on Back in Black or something like. She put on Amy Winehouse. We were
Okay.
listening to Amy
Okay.
Wine,
Right.
and then she takes me into her bed. And yeah, she was pretty cute. She had a son
Yeah.
my age. I mean, that happened later. Like, I found out about. I thought she was young. I was like, anyway, that was pretty. Yeah, I spent the night with her, and she was lost. It was a funny. She was lost. She wanted me to take her away, like take. She wanted to join our trip or something. I don't know.
I'd be
But
down.
yeah, that was anyway. That
And
that was,
then
and then I
okay,
was like,
and then
get back.
and then we
I
did
gotta
the
get back.
same thing the next night. We did the same thing the
Yeah,
next night, and that's when we ran into Little Miss Bulgaria.
like really worse. Like that was, I. Oh,
She
I'm
was
not
just
even gonna.
by herself. Okay, I'll set the stage. So we're just walking in the same, we're about to get to the bars that we've been frequenting. It's the third night, I think the third and last night there. And then we've run in this girl is just by herself, and she's not pretty, but she's like, she's covering herself. She has like a hat, like a beanie or something, maybe a scarf even. I think she has a scarf. And she was okay. She looked okay. And enough for us, to be friends with her. She's talking to us and all this stuff. And then she's like, "Can I go out with you guys?" I'm like, fuck it. We're like, fuck it. Sure, let's go. And what? Did we go to the hot spring with her? We didn't go to the hot spring with her. Where did we even take her?
No.
To
Yeah, we
this
went to the
bar
hot.
that we with her? No, don't wait with her.
We went there, and then we turned around, went to that restaurant, and she was off to buy her dinner or something, and she
You
was
bought her
there.
dinner?
No, I didn't. She didn't. She want to
Oh,
eat. Thanks. Yeah, no.
oh yeah,
But
she didn't want to eat.
then you went to the gyps. Then you left. You had something to eat. You left. You weren't having none of it. You were so fucked. Oh,
Oh right, I went back to the hostel. I was talking to my dad,
yeah. Yeah, you
and
went. You went to the hostel, and you left it with me. And I thought, all
for
right, well,
hours, for
he's
hours.
pretty good. And I tried it on a little bit. I was like, well. And she kept commenting on how it was rude of Victor to leave her. Like, Victor's his own person. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And she wasn't having none of it. Like, she was like, Victor was supposed to, he was
He
supposed
was
to,
supposed to fuck you be here.
yeah, pretty much. She was saying, I was like, what are you getting at, lady? What? And she's like, yeah, well, pretty much. She was like, Victor was supposed to fuck me, you know? And anyway, I'm like, all right. And she was telling us about how she was almost murdered and stuff by her dad. And she was a part of the mafia and stuff. I don't know, whatever. And she wants me to. I said, well, you can come back. I can walk you back to my hostel where I'm staying, and I just won't let Victor know because he'll be so pissed off. Like, what the fuck am I doing? And I thought, all right, well, there's a cute little lobby. There's a lobby up top, and you never know. Be a little bit of fun or whatever. Like, it'd be fun. We could flirt a little bit in peace and stuff. And she said she needed to charge her phone, and yeah, he almost got to the good bit. And then the hostel owner came in and he was shouting, he's like, what the fuck? Who is it? It was weird. They were saying the police are going to raid it or something, and she couldn't be here. What the fuck?
Dude,
She's undone.
that lobby was weird. They're like, after a certain point, you just have to shut the fuck up. Like you couldn't even like be quiet. It's so bizarre. That's so weird. Like
Yeah,
it was like the sound there was okay. Like you're not waking anyone up. Like you'll be okay. But that guy was like something with that hostel was weird. Yeah, and then
yeah.
what? And then is that when she came? She saw me outside, still talking to my
No,
dad
I
for.
was I was downstairs with her and I was trying to reason with her to leave because the guy turned up and then you showed up on your phone and like, shit, Victor's gonna hate me. He's gonna fucking hate me. And then she's like, oh, Victor, what's Victor doing? I'm like, I need to find him. And I'm just trying. I'm like, you're pissing me off now. You have to leave. And she wasn't having none of it. Like she was on a mission. And then you get off the phone and I picked it. It's all yours. I'm sorry. She's all yours. She wanted to say hello. She wanted to say goodbye. Sorry.
Yeah.
She and
No, she did
and
not
I
want to say goodbye. That fucking she did not want
but
to say.
I left. I went to bed, and that's it. I wake up. I'm like, it's 6 a.m. and Victor's not here. What the fuck? nothing. Never occurred to me that anything, like it was almost like a date. It
Oh
was almost,
my.
what the fuck? Where the fuck is Victor? Has he slept on the beach? Has she murdered him or something? Like, what the fuck? There's no way he's ever done anything with her because there's no way.
No, okay, so she somehow, I was on the lobby upstairs. There was this cool patio where I was talking to my dad. It's like outside. And since the host was cool with the whatever the cashier was cool with us being there because you can talk, and be outside in that cool little patio. And she snuck in there. And because you guys were upstairs and you like left and she's like, Victor, like I want to be with you the whole time. I want to be with you. And I was like,
Did you say
dude,
that?
I was, yeah. She's like, this whole
Oh,
time, Victor, I want to be with you, not him. And she's telling me, this guy is weird. He's telling me that, that, she's like, he's telling me that I'm denying myself by, by not, by not being with him. And this and this, he's
what?
so weird. He's so weird. She keeps telling, he's crazy. What to say? I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, okay, like we've been going to sleep late so much, and finally this is the night where like that's why I was so dead set on just fucking going to sleep. She's like, okay, just like a few minutes. Let's go outside. There's a park right there. You can like talk to me. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Everything inside of me is telling me no. Tell her to fuck off. Like, holy shit. But she's just so fucking intent and she's
Yeah.
fucking pulling at the heartstrings saying, Victor, it's been you the whole time. Like, I was like, okay,
It's
fuck it.
also like,
We're fucking sitting on the bench. And the more we fucking talk, it's just something, we're both outliers, right? We're all outliers. And she's telling me this wild fucking story about, like you said, her dad is like, owns like this hotels or something. He's part of the mafia, and he wanted to kill her because
mm,
he didn't want to give he, he didn't want her to be in the will, so he wanted to kill her.
mm,
Anyways, as we're talking, she's moving closer and closer to me, and then I don't know. I don't know. Shit just happened, and then no. Anyways, that's that. And then I come to the hostel the next night. Then I mean the next morning,
yeah.
when we already have to leave.
Mm,
Oh my God, she was such a pain. Like she couldn't stop talking. Like she just could not stop talking ever. To the moment of when I again walked her to our hostel, she just couldn't stop talking. She could not stop talking. Okay. Anyways, that was that. That was Bardna. That started. That was a lot of reflection after that. And then
mm.
was it? And then did that crazy kid pick up stuff next where he was telling us about the stories of him fighting and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
nearly killed us?
I
Was
mean
that
that
probably
was very. It was like being. I could have been in Australia. I could have been in New Zealand. Like the seaside was beautiful. We went
right?
down to the beach. There were people fishing and they were catching little pilchards or whatever, like little fish. And then we left. Yeah, and we got picked up by one crazy guy, and he was driving like a maniac. But we were driving through some of the prettiest countryside.
And is my memory correct that at one point there was a completely blind turn,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
there was as he was doing the blind turn, he also simultaneously overtook a car during
yeah,
the completely blind tour.
yeah, yeah,
What were you
yeah.
thinking then? I was so
No,
scared.
you just give in. I was just totally giving
You
in.
were
I mean,
so
this,
chill. I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck? I was like,
No,
dude, do you
he
see
was
what
like
the fuck?
he was a bullied prefect, like schoolboy prefect. He was one of those sorts.
Right,
But
right,
I
right.
mean, we got him, and then we got like we were in the middle of like we were in Bulgaria on the east coast. Like it was pretty full on. And then we got to that. We walked across the road, we got dropped off on a roundabout, and we said a hurrahs. It was a pretty day. It was the most beautiful day. We walked along the highway and we found the first petrol station. I had a cup of coffee
And
and we're
I'm
talking
feeling
about
so grateful to be alive. I'm like, holy shit. Like
yeah. And
life is expensive.
you're talking about your dad and I took a photo. We're getting pretty deep, and it's a beautiful day. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
the scene is set, and we spend how long we spent like two
A
hours at
lot.
that petrol
Yeah.
station. We spent quite a while. We got picked
And
up
people are
by that.
giving us cookies and stuff and
Yeah.
coffee and
Oh no, that was
oh, that
that
was
was
a
a long
different
time.
time.
Yeah, that was a
Anyways,
different
we just oh the gas station people are just been so kind to us every
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was we got picked up by that young couple, and this was the first time I'd felt fear.
That's when you felt it.
Yeah. I'm not even looking on the map. They're saying, I say, we want to go to Turkey. And this is probably one of the most
We're
poignant moments.
desperate. Yeah.
Yeah, we're desperate. It's like half an hour down the road and he drops us off. Like, what the fuck are we? Like, he's like, I live just here. I ride jet skis. Okay. Yeah.
He's
It
like,
was, it was,
you can come over if you want. And it was like,
yeah,
fuck you,
really,
like
it was,
fuck you, basically.
yeah, it was really weird. And we wanted to go further south and got picked up by this really, really kind gypsy painter. He's like a interior decorating gypsy.
We did.
And yeah, we got picked that old man in his white panel van.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
but that was after your
Gets
that was after we literally our first plan was I don't know what the fuck was we drank that morning, but we decided to walk like
that was yeah, that
20 hours or more to the
through
Turkish
the night.
border
It was
through the
17
fucking
hours
night. What the fuck
through.
were we thinking?
I don't know.
And that's when we really saw shit. Like we saw gypsies living in the woods. We went to the last village and the grandma,
Yeah.
I'm talking to her in Russian and she just goes, if you keep going, she went like this, like with two hands, and your eyes lit up. You're like, Victor, what? What the fuck? Because it was kind of a tame conversation until she put her hands up in a rifle. And she's like, in Russian, she's like, if you keep going here, you're gonna get shot.
Mm.
They're going to shoot
Yeah.
you. And if not the farmers, then if not the policemen, then the farmers that you're on their land.
Mm.
So we walk all the way back, and then we got picked up by that cool gypsy guy. He was
Oh,
an
well,
interior designer.
no, we stayed in that village. We stayed in the village. We walked
Wait,
back
a whole
through.
night?
Yeah, no, not that village. Remember, we stayed in that town. The gypsy dropped us off, and then we walked to Turkey, and then we got to the lady, and we turned back,
Oh,
and then
okay.
the video of the gypsy driving her little cart, their cart, screaming out, "We
That
love
was
you" or
after.
whatever. Yeah, saw the gypsy of the horse going down the steepest hill
Right, right, right.
with its hoofs sliding up against the tar. Like,
That was a core memory for me. That
yeah,
was just so crazy.
yeah,
Because it was like I think a combination of like how steep just how we fucking got there. We're just like walking and it's just so fucking weird. It's like everyone's staring at us. And just in that city before, it was like you were telling me how they were mafia owned those restaurants because they're like really nice looking restaurants with pretty girls as the servers and not a soul in them.
and
And
no,
then we
and
walked
cash,
down.
cash. Everything
Oh,
was
cash
cash.
only. Right, right, right,
It was,
right.
no, I'd never like we were walking through and we got to this pizzeria and the guy had his whole face smashed in because he
Oh
was
my
young.
God.
And then there was that. It was all cash again. And we got to then we're like, all right,
Oh,
fuck
those
this. Let's go.
girls took us on a cool little ride. Remember
We
that?
went to the supermarket and they were weird. That was not a cool ride. They were like fucking weird. They were that was scary. Like like it
Really?
felt
They were weird? Really?
weird. Yeah, they're like wanting to take us to this lighthouse and was like, just we're so tired. We just walked like 10
Oh yeah, we
miles.
were exhausted. That I remember. Yeah.
We went and we made dinner. It was pretty cool dinner. We made our own like little thing down the
Wait, so
kitchen.
mate,
So
how do we get to that city? Is that after
that's the
the
gypsy. The
Gypsy City?
gypsy guy dropped us off, and then the gypsy dropped us off
Okay.
the
Okay.
city, and we walked back. Saw
Oh, and
gypsy.
as soon as we got in that city, we got our passports checked
Yeah,
by
by the police.
by that weird police officer that was
Yeah,
like clearly super corrupt. He's like, "Hey, who are you?" He's like, "Give me your passports." It's like a random police
yeah.
officer, completely
Mm.
random. And
It
I
was
remember that. Yeah,
that was
that's what
scary.
started it. That's what started the weird feelings. It's like right
Yeah.
when we got in, he just
Mm.
like unlawfully asked us for our passports, and you could tell just the way he was talking to us. He had balls. Like he was like the guy there.
Mm.
Like that was some corrupt
It
shit.
was full fucking on. But to walk through the town and then to scramble into our Airbnb and like fuck, we're safe. We slept in the same bed. We're watching TV. We're like, this is like there's the ocean out there, but it's like we could see the ocean. It was beautiful. It was like we could have been in a
Right,
tropical paradise. We were
right.
in a paradise. It was could have been a paradise, but there were just mafia and gypsies
The
everywhere. Nothing in
vibes were
between.
so weird. I
I mean
remember that now.
that morning we got up and packed our things early and we're like, we have to get the fuck out of here. We have to go back. And we walked past the biggest gypsy camp, like Rag City, Tent City in the bush. We're like tiptoeing past gypsies.
Yeah,
Asleep with pigs and chickens and stuff. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck? And there's like a petrol station, of conventional petrol station, gas station, just next door. And then it's you. I mean, that was probably one of my favorite experiences of the whole trip. Guaranteed, that was my favorite. Because I saw the light. I saw you come to who you are, the magic that you is you. Um, saved us. Like you were the hero of the day. There was that couple, very Slavic couple, well to do. Victor, you're gonna have to save us here. This is on you. This is you. You have to shine here. You
It
had
was
been
the
shining
guy.
with
It was the guy
just
with the Audi.
yeah. And you walk up to him. I don't think he
Yeah,
spoke Russian even.
yeah. Bit of Russian.
And he had a wife. He had his wife in the car, and very reluctantly they took us. And they said they'd take us to the city we'd been dropped off at, 40 minutes away. But they had
Was
to
it
stop for
Brussels?
breakfast.
It was Brussels. Oh no, not Brussels. Something with a B.
Yeah,
It was that city on the it was kind of like Varna. It was another like
yeah,
touristy
yeah,
beach city. And
yeah.
on the way there, that's when they asked us, "Well, we're going to Plovdiv. Would you like to
Mm.
come all the way?" They asked us on
But
the way.
yeah, before that, you completely verified you had been accepted. You showed immense value to them.
Yeah,
We stopped off at this really it could have been anywhere. It was this little seaside nook, this little town peninsula, and we had coffee, and the ladies were hating on us for we've been I don't know, we've been dickheads, or Lara's been a dickhead, but they went off, they had breakfast together, and we're just wandering around, and we're talking about how we wanted to be respectful. They'd taken all this way. They'd just been on holiday on the way home to Sophia, or yeah, Sophia, but and so they come back to their car and we're there and we're like we're very we're not presenting any we're not trying to be imposing or anything we don't impose ourselves or anything but that sweet couple, we got in the car and they said we're going here, you're welcome to come with us. It's 3 hours down the road, but we're going home to Sophia, and was it Plovdiv?
Plovdiv. Yeah, it was
It was
like
on
at the
the
intersection. Yeah,
it's it's like 400 kilometers, and we're going to be driving 200 kilometers an hour, which is we were driving fucking fast.
Yeah, he was a good driver.
And I
It's a
sat
sweet
in that
car.
I sat in that very very comfortable Audi. I think I was on the driver's side. I was on the left, and you're on the right
Yeah. Hmm.
behind the lady.
Hmm.
And you, I was just like, I was charmed by like, I
Yeah.
just sat back. I was watching this like it was some sort of soap. It was like a soap opera. It was like a sitcom. It's like watching this scene of endearment. It was beautiful. This lady and all these the philosophy and the books, the relatability, the relation between you two was like magic. And I think the husband was feeling it too. Like he was just sat back and just he was just accepting this 21-year-old and 61-year-old woman, lady, very beautiful Bulgarian lady, born in Russia, Moscow, and
Was
it
she
is one of the
60?
yeah,
What? She looks like she was 40. No way.
but she was beautiful.
Yeah.
And 3 hours I sat back, and I'm only talking now because it was special. Like it was me looking out. Very, very it's a rare case where someone gets to bear witness to that vulnerability, the intimacy.
Uh,
And for 3 hours I'm sat back in my seat, not saying a word, just like smiling, listening to Victor, and he's like singing this incredible tune, and she does not want you to stop talking. And I remember arriving in the city, and I was sick. Like I was pretty sick. But we got out of the car. They found a really neat little spot to pull over, and the lady wants to take a photo of you. And I don't know whether it was on your phone or her phone, but there's a photo out there somewhere, and it's of you, and it's holding a sign of Turkey and the kangaroo, and you have the biggest. One photo I did take was of your smile as they'd left. I think her husband he fucked the wheels. He totally ground down those wheels pulling over, but it was like she didn't care. Like she really didn't give a fuck. She just wanted to she was glowing right next to you and like arms wrapped around one another. That was like it was just you and her. And as they left, it's like you were like, man, I kind of want to meet her daughter now. I think I'm in love with the idea of
yeah.
her daughter. Like, nah, you're in love with her.
Yeah.
You're fucking
Yeah.
in love with her. That
Yeah.
was you're in love. You had the smile. You had this smile. She gave you her email like, Victor, you have to get on the line. You have to. You can't. This is like, this is too cool for school. you know. I mean, after that, that was we have. I would always hold my little sign. I'd hold my sign till we got to the destination, like to our hostel or whatever, and we're the best food, most delicious like Turk. It was like a Turkish blend of Turkish, Bulgarian, Slavic. It was incredible. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of Europe. Like that was almost the end of Europe at that point.
Right.
It was nice. It was incredible to go from Poland, Northern Europe, all the way through to Southern Europe in this like and seeing the change, the poetic change of like through my own eyes, like seeing our own eyes, seeing how it changes so abruptly,
Right.
changing
The last
things.
ride I think in Europe, the very last ride we had was the Mafia guys.
Mm.
Remember,
And
they didn't
and
even want to take us.
and Mr.
They
Mister, that was yeah. It
they
was
didn't
like
they barely even spoke Russian, which is the only shared language we had until they brought their friend in. And he didn't want to take us because now we know that because it was mafia. He's like, he kept saying that I lived because we made a sign of like a very remote city. It was like a pretty remote city where like the chances that we're gonna get a ride to you are pretty slim.
mm,
And he's like, I live in that city. because he kept saying like, I don't know, but he's like, and then he's like, I can't, I don't know, but he's like, I'm like, what's up? Like, he gonna take us or what? I like kind of was like that, and he's like,
Yeah.
I live in that city, but I don't know if I could take you. After some thinking, he's like, all right, let's go. And it was because he's freaking mafia, dude. It was so
Yeah.
crazy, and they were the
Well, I,
coolest
yeah.
guys.
He kept saying, I'm a laughing. You asked him what he did. I was like, don't ask. But you asked him, and it's like, oh, I'm a corrupt police officer. He said, I'm a bad police officer or something. He's like,
Right.
he's driving this 100,000 euro car. It was flash as frick,
Yeah.
and we're driving along. It was so much like they bought us coffee. They're having conversation with us, and
Introduced us
you
to their friend. That was cool as fuck
know,
too. Yeah.
and we're driving along. Have they bought us coffee? They were wearing all this Gucci or something like they were Louis Vuitton. They had all the stuff, and we got. I think I don't know whose phone. I don't know if you have the photo. There's a photo with that I took of you guys, all
I
three
do.
of
I have.
you.
I have.
I love that photo.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. He drove 20 kilometers out of his way to
Yeah.
drop at the border, and we were like, oh, we just got
Yeah.
dropped by the mafia on the border, and we're about to
Yeah.
walk into Turkey. I remember I took the I don't know, that was another, but to walk across the border, we got our passports pressed. I took a photo in front of the Turkish flag, and
It was like a new, and at the. I just want to add before we get to that part. At the border, it was like every car is being checked, and when
mm,
it was us, it was like, I was like, go, and we
yeah,
just no check, we just straight through the border control.
yeah.
That was wild. That's like
They
that was
scanned our pass.
crazy.
We put our passports. There was an actual designated footpath border control thing
Right.
that I'd never seen before. That you had, and we walked on through, and to the other side, we went into the restaurant. We were walking, and it was like the most delicious food. Like I didn't even know if I ate. You didn't eat. But I had all these beans and like all this Turkish food. It's like, fuck, this is incredible. 12 euros, or it was even cheaper. It was like maybe 6 euros. And then the funniest thing happened. Like
Oh yeah.
after that, there was a dog with his boner out walking around everywhere. This like massive pit bull looked like it was gonna eat us. It was dick. It's like a donkey just fluffing around. I was like, either get my head bit off, I'm gonna get raped by this dog. We dart off to the corner of the petrol station, the gas station, and we're holding our Turkish son. We're like, hey, this usually works. Like, this is really funny. I'm holding turkey, and everyone was laughing at us. Like all the trucks was, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah,
Hold
we've been silly. We're holding the turkey sign in Turkey just
turkey,
to
yeah,
fuck with them. Yeah.
in Turkey, and and then a guy pulls us over in like his little SUV, and we're like, what? And we hop in without a word, and he's like, oh, where you going? Oh, we want to go into Turkey. Like, we want to go properly into Turkey. And he's like, oh, I'm going to Istanbul. He's like, we'll come. He's like, oh, he didn't speak a word of English.
Well, our
And
goal was Istanbul. That was like our goal. Like that's where
yeah,
we wanted to go. We're like, I think we maybe even told him like we're trying to go to Istanbul.
he didn't even have time to react. He just said, let's go. Like, he just, oh, go,
Right,
let's go.
right,
And you're in the front seat, I'm in the back. You have my phone
right.
with the friend. And for 3 hours, I don't know how the fuck you managed it. You had my phone
Oh,
came.
because you were still a bit sick, weren't you? You were
Yeah,
you
I
were
was.
feeling a little ill. Yeah.
He pulled over for a cigarette. We had cigarettes together,
Yeah.
and at the petrol station. That was cool.
That was so
And
dope.
for 3 hours, we're driving along the road, down the roads at night. I'm desperate to get out of this fucking car because I'm snotty as all fuck. unable to talk. I could not fucking talk, and I kept coughing too. But you, you send it through that in Google Translate.
He was introducing us to his
So,
daughter, to his whole entire his coworkers, his
yeah.
Russian coworker, all just his whole family,
Mm.
calling everyone. Even if they didn't pick
Yeah.
up, he was just calling everyone, and that was so cool. And the only English word he knew was super, super, super.
Yeah.
The only word he knew. Everything else was on Google Translate. It was so crazy. And you poor cunt, you were just coughing it up back there, trying to hide it because you didn't want to be an
Yeah.
asshole. And you couldn't. Something was happening with your throat. You couldn't even talk.
I couldn't even fucking
You
talk.
were
I
just
was so happy.
fucking going through
I
it.
could
You
not
were just
talk.
like, oh,
I couldn't talk. Otherwise, I'd cough. Yeah.
that was so crazy. I
But
can't do it.
3 hours, and then there's fucking Istanbul, 20 million people, and then Istanbul comes around, rounds the corner, and there's Istanbul. It's like, wow. And then he's saying he needs help on a ferry, but he'll take us. He took us to like this checkpoint or something. It was a
It was
toll
like a
gate. It was like
waiting place for the ferry.
or yeah, yeah, yeah. It was that. He took us to the ferry, and I mean, he started to cry. Like
Yeah,
it was deep. Like
yeah.
he'd shown us everything. He'd shown, like, I mean, he showed it, regardless of whatever sort of like um suggestible things. It was like um it was very touching,
Yeah.
and we got out of the car and we took that group photo together and holding our Turkey Istanbul sign. It was, yeah, it was the Istanbul sign, and that was something else. Like that was pretty special, and seeing the right we like I remember walking through and just like the walking through the town. You'd never been in Asia, like this was still Europe, but walking through that this vibe, the smokes, the corn on the cob burning in the streets, the water chestnuts roasting on the coals. I was like, wow, this is a sensory overload.
Yeah, I know. It's because you've been to like Asia and stuff before, so you could kind of see overlapping cultures and stuff. For me, it was like a whole new place. I've never been, that was all of my travel right there. This is a whole new, like almost continent, because it's like half and half or whatever. But it's a new continent, and this whole time been in Europe, and now it's like boom, Turkey. It's so different. It's like everything is so different. It's so wild, and we had a lot of great experiences there. But that was, dude, isn't it crazy that like one of the most emotional car rides we had, we
Was the what?
shared one English word. That was super. Like we shared one English word, and somehow it became one of the most emotional rides. It was the most
Mm.
emotional in terms of like tears and stuff. I mean, it was just so emotional.
Yeah.
And that was like a very telling message. Like, if you want to get like a broader message out of that, it's like we shared the ride that we shared the least amount of language with out of anyone was he was crying his eyes out the most.
Mm.
And that probably has something to do with the culture or whatever, or maybe even, some other things are at play. But but still, like you said, it's that was so interesting. That was so interesting to me. I think about that a lot. Yeah.
And that's sort of where the story ends.
All right.
I mean, that was the exclamation. Like we had a lot of fun in Istanbul, but yeah, everything else. The journey had, yeah, the letdown was on. Like it was the letdown. It was um, coming down from that
Yeah, yeah.
because
Well, because that was our goal. Like we had a goal in mind for like the whole trip, or at least for me, I like to like have a goal and just go after it. But we both kind of had the goal of like hitchhiking from Bucharest, Romania to Istanbul with like basically no public transport. That was like at least my goal. Like to get the most out of it, you know. And we reached the goal. So yeah, everything from there on was more like indulging in whatever, like the little party we had on that boat. That
Yeah.
was fucking wild. The fucking Arabic boat party. That was
Mm.
so weird. That was weird.
It set me up. I had the energies lasted 2 months. I'd say lasted 2 months, and I had a lot of fun in those 2 months. And yeah, it's hard to take yourself out of that frame of mind. You know, not just not the carefree, but you manage things in different ways, and it's hard to relate to others if they haven't experienced the just trust the process. Like it's of a different masculinity or a different um you know it's of a different um you know where you are confidence. It's the confidence. That confidence it's a different form of confidence where you just trust yourself that you're actually going to make it through. You don't need to scream and shout, show your might or any of it. You go in with zero fear, and you experience fear along the way, but the fear transcends you into a emboldened, and empowering frame of mind where you realize actually I can function, I can cope
All right.
with Hawaii.
All right. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that was wild, man.
So for the short period, we're only this age once, and we're only this carefree once. Um, could do it again pretty
Yeah.
easily. And you know what?
Yeah.
If I was to do it again, say of you, it's easy to spiral back into the bad habits. You have to do something so outrageous the first night. Say you land somewhere, you have to do
Yeah.
something so fucking outrageous that first night. Say, hey, you gotta project yourself properly. You gotta send yourself on the right trajectory. Because it's good. It's easily overthought. It takes a long time to. We were all mad enough to creep back into bad old habits and stuff like that. So yeah, there's another trip brewing. There's something else because life will catch up, and then you go. I thought the universe. I thought God or whoever was gonna give me something, but no, you gotta credit for yourself. That German English guy, those two guys going back to their boring girlfriends and boring loves, they were never gonna do what you were gonna do because they're not you or me.
Right.
They didn't create. They're gonna go. They're probably gonna. It's not even worth projecting that. It's just that they're different. It's just
Right.
that if it's on for me, I am. It is hard. It is uncomfortable just sitting and doing nothing. It's more uncomfortable doing that than being challenged. And I might as life's always gonna. It's all hard there's um as long as there's fulfillment somewhere along the way. For me, anyway, that's really important. That I feel something like I want to feel something real. So that song, there's a song that I put on one of my posts. And it's like when we were in that Bulgarian car smoking those cigarettes and people could feel, it's like, I just want to feel something real in this
Right.
moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Next time, I'd love to see how we come up with the photography and, I mean, all of it.
Yeah.
Because Lydia and whoever, I could send you I'm still in contact with that Bulgarian lady. Not in contact, but she still follows me.
Mm.
You get her on the line. I don't know whether it's worth it or not, but there's people all along the way. Even if you want people that you didn't meet, but I met, like the Romanian ladies and guys and whatever, the Ukrainian lady, yeah, anyone, whatever. It's all compliments because it flows through. It's not just my trip; it's all your trip as well.
All right.
because you're a part of the energy that you felt. It was a build up. Yeah.
Yeah, at the end, I feel like you gave me a hitchhiking master class, but it wasn't. But it was also like the mindset that comes with it as well. Like you also gave me a master class on that entire relationship with uh that hitchhiking helps with, but that entire relationship of like going with the flow and like,
Personability, number one.
yeah,
Personability.
yeah,
Personability, like projecting yourself is
right.
massive. You project, we
And it
project
makes you
back.
so full. Like after you have a good interaction, like I called you one night. And gosh, you help me out so much. I mean, all the time, and everything you do and say, but especially this one night, very recently, I called you and I was like, "Gosh, I was going so good with this girl, but I got in the way of myself and said something stupid I shouldn't have and offended her, and then she didn't want to hang out with me anymore that night. I just felt so shit because I turned something beautiful into it was still a cool experience, but just like I just found a way to mess it up."
Personally, too. Yeah.
And
Taking
you're
it
like,
personally.
yeah, and you're like, just go, just forget about it. And what really, really helped me was you were like, go make, just go make a good interaction with another person. Go have a positive interaction. And I did, and I forgot about that, like
Yep.
completely. And it's so true. It's like, when you can gain some momentum like that, like good, good, good interaction. Okay, one okay interaction. Good, good, good. It snowballs. It
Mm.
just, you just go after that. You have this invisible aura around you where like they just know, like you're just confident, you're just in the flow, you're just going. It's
Yeah.
so fulfilling. It's so important to know how to, like you said, be personable with people. It's
Mm.
so fulfilling after your person, like truly you get down to the roots and truly you have a human to human conversation, not like what do you do for work, where are you from, more just like straight to it. I mean, gosh, it's so fulfilling after. I think as people, it's like it's what we really want. Like
Yeah.
everything that we want, our desires are probably go down to us just be, it sounds trite, but like wanting to be accepted by our tribe, wanting to
Yeah.
be loved by other people. It's like all these guys chasing all these toys, like fast supercars and stuff. It's probably to fill a void of not being personable with, other people
Mm.
enough.
Yeah.
Um, like a desire to constantly chase that stuff. It's probably because they're not able to be personable enough. They feel like they're
Mm.
not enough. They're not enough to be truly personable with another person.
Yeah.
And it's so fulfilling. It's like, you know, cool, mate. Okay. Well, we can call it there then.
I'd love to see. I mean, don't edit, don't edit anything on my behalf. I don't really care. That'd be really funny. See what I mean
No,
is raw.
I'm gonna make like a cut version, but this version will be uncut on like my Spotify or whatever. This will be
Yeah.
uncut. I don't like cuts. It's
I
it's
can't
more
wait.
because it's more
Lydia,
realistic.
you have to fucking
But she's
you
not
would
gonna
be.
see it.
I'm not
Lydia's
gonna
not
judge.
gonna.
I'm not gonna
Lydia, if you
judge you.
see this, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge you. But if you don't, but you have to get in touch with that Bulgarian lady if you still have her email.
I have her email. I'll email her. You think I should do an interview with her?
Yeah, no, her,
Yeah,
the lady. You have
yeah.
to
Okay.
private one. Why would
It'll be done.
at,
I'll email
at
her right now.
1 a.m. at night when she's had a glass of wine and she's so totally
Eh.
like literally sends her but I'll get her address and send her a nice little bottle of wine, like cream her up a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Now
right. It's
you
been
would be
so long. We need to
that
get her a
would
glass of wine or something.
next.
Oh
That was
yeah, that'd be so good. No, you're right. No, yeah, I need to get her a bottle of wine.
I'm not
That'd be
talking about
perfect.
Bulgarian lady, just for
Yeah,
clarification. About
yeah. You're talking
my
about the
dog
one
lady.
that gave me your email. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool that she wrote. She got a little piece of paper. She fished for a little piece of paper. It was like a movie. I don't know. When you were talking about the scene with the Polish supermodels, and then right after the one where you said you were in a home in Romania with an Australian flag and Australian animals. It's like, what? That's so much like a movie. Like that's you
Yeah.
can't get more movie than that. And we're not writing this shit up. That's the coolest thing. It's like I feel like
It's
when
all,
you
yeah, it's all out there. It's all out
yeah,
there. It's just
and life makes it like sometimes I get too in my own head. I like to imagine the future too much and like think of all these cool things that could happen to me, and then life does this funny thing where it will make something on it, and probably because it's unexpected, it's the coolest part, you know. It's like it's so crazy.
it is. Well, yeah, good luck with it all. I can't. But I'd love to hear her voice again. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe even
Yeah,
you could do it.
I'll reach out to her and Lydia. Have a little short interview with Lydia. Ask her um like what did you think when you saw us? You know, what made you want to stop? You
But
know,
yeah, you have to interview her. Drive would be pretty special too. So
to interview her what?
a driver, like someone that picked us
Oh,
up,
right,
that'd
right.
be
That's what
pretty.
I'm saying. Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't drive us, but she was
Mm.
along for the ride, if you will. She was, uh, okay. Okay, cool, man. Thank you,
Yep.
man. I
Welcome. Thank
appreciate
you.
this big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, we're working on a trip. When would you
Hmm.
say? I the
When
flights are pretty cheap. I need some time. Probably I could do. I don't know. It might be too late for you, but I could probably do like let's just
October?
say. Oh yeah, that would be good. No, I'd definitely be
Yeah.
ready by then. Yeah, I'd
Yeah. No.
definitely be ready by then.
Okay.
Okay, well yeah. I'm just going with the flow right now, so we'll see. But
Mm.
talking about this, and you always convince me. It's like when you make more of this, and if I can get like a
Hmm.
little camera going,
Why not?
we can do
Yeah.
this. And if you're, down for it to like truly document it, make like a thing out of it. I think a lot of
Cool.
people would take away a lot from it. But just do it for ourselves. Just do it for us, for our kids. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
ourselves when we're on our deathbed. Imagine
You,
like
yeah.
gosh, dude, there's gonna be a day, hopefully we get to an old age, and with modern medicine, I mean, we might get to 125, and we're 125, or let's just say 100 or 80. Let's just say 80 just for fun, and we're like, in our deathbeds because we had too many cigarettes or whatever, and we're like, gosh, like I want to see the young energy, the blood, like when we had
Yeah.
blood in our faces, and we were like you got on this call telling me you did all this work like yesterday. You were like lifting stuff and you got muddy and dirty and you were with your dad and all this stuff, and I feel like you're gonna want to hear that once you're older. Like I feel like you don't want to just see a written, because I've been journaling. It's like that's cool, maybe write a book out of that, but it's like it's one thing to see the writing in a book and be like, wow, that's cool, but to see the visible poetry of it, I think that would be really special, for us
Yeah.
and loved ones, whatever, and for the world. I
Yeah.
think at this point we're so unique. It's like kind of responsibility to,
Uh, yeah.
you know. Okay, cool, man. Thank you, Seth. Thank you very much for joining me. Uh, it's
You're
always a
welcome.
huge pleasure talking to you.
Thanks.
Always make me laugh and give me such a big smile after I'm talking to you.
Same.
Hell yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thanks, Mike.
brother.
All right.
Yeah.
Love you, Mike. Talk to you
Love
later.
you.
Bye.
Bye.